Be ready. 15 seconds. We have been wanting more uranium for our nuclear plants. We have gone to other countries and everybody says yes, they sympathize with us, but that we must get the Americans on board. Now that the Americans on board, I think the fuels question for our reactors would be a thing of the past. I very much hope so. So, what we have got through this joint statement is something tangible. Honorable member also asked this question. We have not been recognized as a nuclear weapon state. We have been merely recognized as a nuclear power with advanced nuclear technologies. But there are other countries like Brazil and others. Will we get a treatment like Brazil? I think if you read the statement carefully, we have got enough better treatment. We have, I think, an explicit commitment from the United States that India should get the same benefits of civilian cooperation as advanced country like the United States enjoys. So I think that itself should provide an effective answer to the extent of opportunities and possibilities that are now on the horizons. I believe that I have tackled both sets of comments, one coming from our colleagues from the left and the other coming mainly from the main opposition. There were some questions raised with regard to the role of agriculture. Let me say, sir, I was very conscious. In fact, the first thing that I said to my officials before going to Washington is there anything that we can do jointly with the United States to promote food security and agricultural security in our country? It then occurred to me that agricultural research, the state of agricultural universities, the state of extension work in our country is not up to the mark. Another member referred to the Punjab agriculture. I was at one time associated with the founding of the Punjab Agricultural University. I know, for example, the role that was played by Indo US cooperation in giving rise to first grade agricultural university, whether Pantnagar or Ludhiana. But one has to recognize that in many of these universities, their research work has reached a flat. Therefore, through the knowledge initiative in agriculture, we have, I think, opened up a new era of research cooperation, which I hope will lead us to the frontiers of human knowledge in all sciences which have a bearing on our agricultural prosperity here. There is nothing in this joint statement which says that we will open up our borders to an unlimited flow of American goods. Those issues will be dealt with separately in the WTO. Those issues were not discussed in my discussions with President. This is something which the chairperson reminds me every day. Our first commitment is to India's farmers who need a food security. Preserving the livelihood strategies of our farmers is our utmost concern, and we will do nothing which compromises the livelihood security of India's farmers. Sir, questions were raised about the membership of the Security Council. It is certainly true that the United States has a different viewpoint. They are not supporting our resolution. This was known to us before I went. I did raise this matter with the President and also raised this matter in my address to the joint session of the Congress, and I was very surprised with the amount of applause I got from the congressmen and the members of the Senate on that particular point. I do not want to divulge what the president told me, but I have not given up the hope that when ultimately some concrete action is taken, India's claims will not be ignored. In this joint statement, you have a statement attributed to the President himself that the international system must adapt itself to the rise of India's growing power. So I think we are not there right now, and it is wrong on my part to claim that we have the US support. But I think when the time comes, I have reasons to believe India's claim can no longer be ignored. The other thing, sir, it is certainly true that there is a great support and respect for India, not only in the United States but elsewhere in the world, because we are a functional democracy. Wherever I went, whether to the Congress, to the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, to the House of Representatives, International Relations Committee, people applauded the fact that we are a functional democracy with all our complexities, with all our diversities. What is that we have agreed? We have agreed that the United States and India would, in their respective spheres, help those countries which want that help. There is no imposition, there is no question of our, for example, being forced to be a partner in any act of aggression against any other country, and there is no question that we will ever entertain even that sort of thought to our mind. But we have high-tech program of our own. Sir, our election commission is respected all over the world.